Welcome back to the Arkansas Sports Network. You guys, if you are fans of ours, we appreciate you joining us here. Today, I've got a very special guest here. I've got Coach DJ Crane, formerly of Danville and now of Danville. And man, we're excited to talk with you, Coach Crane, about the process. What happened? How did we get here? What are you looking forward to? Those sort of things. We'll get to all of that. But Coach, thank you for having us here.
Appreciate you having me on.
Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit about it. 4 years ago, you left here. You'd been here, what, 20, 21, 22? What was it?
Yeah, I've been here
19 years. I mean, a long time. And a well-renowned coach. You had built the Danville program to a place where it's a very respectable program. You had been to a couple state championship games with Danville, team that was well known for being a hard-nosed, tough-playing team, always played into the playoffs. I mean, this was something that come to be expected here at Danville. And then, you leave. So let's talk about what happened. You don't have to get into specifics, so I don't want you to do that. But just what was the thought process when you left the first time here?
It was a good opportunity.
Yeah.
For me and my family. It was just mainly just an opportunity and kind of being led to go that direction. Danville was a wonderful place, and we loved it, and my kids were raised here. We just had that opportunity to go up north, and it was something that it was just a risk that we took, and it was a good risk. It was very beneficial to myself and my family to that 4 years, and we had a wonderful time in Bentonville. The 4 years we were there. Jody Grant is a wonderful head coach. The administration there is wonderful. The assistant coaches on the staff are like brothers to me because they treated me so well, and we accomplished a lot during that time. So it kind of bonded us together. And then we got that. You didn't ask this question yet, but then kind of felt led to be back in this area. Me and my wife are both from the River Valley. She's from Danville.
Yeah.
I'm from Paris and have been in the River Valley, went to college at Arkansas Tech my entire life. And I've been at Danville most of my life. And it just kind of, we're drawn back to the small town feel of it all. And kind of where we want to be when we retire. So we thought, when the opportunity came up to throw my name in there and see if it was an option to come back, and then our kids could finish here at Danville, and we could just kind of work our way back to the River Valley.
Let's talk about your experience at Bentonville. Totally different in a lot of ways than it is here. Like you said, small town feel. I mean, there's more kids in Bentonville School than there is in the whole town of Danville.
Right.
Yeah, right. So what was that experience like to be on that level? And you had 19 years of head coaching experience here, but what did you learn while you were up there?
Well, just the amount of coaches that we had was a lot, and the resources that we had to work with was a lot. I learned a lot logistically on running a program. It is a lot different because I'll have a smaller coaching staff, but logistically doing some things to help boost numbers and even schematically was beneficial. Of course, I was on the defensive side of the ball the entire time, and I'm a special teams coordinator, so I got to be around some very knowledgeable guys that have been around it a lot, and I took a lot with me from them, and I'll use a lot of that with my time back here in Danville. So it was it was a good move and a needed move. Just like coming back is the right thing to do.
So you talked about how that you had kind of threw your hat in the ring. What was that process like? I know personally you're very well loved here. I remember seeing Facebook posts, different things of that nature when you left. Now I see them when you come back. People are rejoicing, they're happy. I've got an uncle who's very wise. He said, go to where you're celebrated. Danville seems to be a place that DJ Crane is celebrated.
Well, I think what helped me is I started under Kenny Bell, who's from Danville and was very successful. And he kind of let me know when I got here how special this place was, and never let it down. Always understand where you came from and look what was built here prior to my arrival, and then being here with him. It was just something I never wanted to let people down here, because it's such a special place that I didn't want to let them down. And I understood that I needed to work really hard as a young coach coming up here at Danville. When I started, I was in my early 20s. When I took the head job, I was in my early 20s. And they were very, very patient with me, and I never forgot that, how they treated me and were patient with me and let me make mistakes as a young coach. And then I had Kenny's guidance to help me through a lot of that, and I just never forgot it. I never forgot how the town made me feel. I'll never forget when I lost my dad, who was a head coach at Paris forever. Almost the entire town came to his funeral to support me, and that is something that has never left me. I will never ever forget that, and the amount of support I got from that. And it really is just a special place. It's a small town, but it is a place that if anything happens where you need support, they are there, man. They are there. So that just draws you. It draws you back, and it's a place you want to raise your family. It's a place where you want to settle down.
Yeah. Well, you've got a family. You've got wife and kids. What was the reaction like to be able to come back to Danville?
Oh, obviously we had friends in Bentonville, and my kids had a lot of friends in Bentonville, but they were also spent a majority of their time in Danville. So they were excited about that. They were excited about all of the friends they had made in Northwest Arkansas, but they were also kind of excited about seeing the friends they had back here. So they adjusted really, really well. I think if we had gone anywhere else, it probably would have been a shock to them. But since it was Danville, it was a lot easier transition.
Yeah. So tell me, and you don't have to name teams, but did you have other opportunities that you could have taken while you were at Bentonville?
Yes.
So you had other opportunities, but you decided this was the opportunity. This is the one.
Yeah.
Give me a timeline. How did this work that you were back here and that you came from Bentonville to back here?
Yeah, just after the state championship game, when the job came open, I had some people contact me and ask if that would be something I would be interested in. And I said, absolutely. Let me talk to the family and kind of get their insight on how they felt about it. And we were all in agreement that if this was something that we were going to do, we were going to, all be on board with it. And, I wanted to interview, and I wanted to do a good job in that. That I put my name in and got an interview and had a good interview and got the job. So I was very fortunate, very, very, a lot of people look at the last 4 years and say, why would you want to go there? you know, but they really don't understand the history of this place.
Yeah.
And the way this place has made me feel in the past, and how much pride and tradition is in this town. It's an honor to be here and to be able to work here, and lead this program,
Yeah.
this storied, tradition-rich program that is decades
Yes.
in tradition. Not sometimes they are down, yes, not down long.
Yeah.
If you know your history, you look back on the decades going all the way back to the 50s, you don't see Danville down very long. You know, they just have a tradition-rich program here. And I knew that, and you know, I spent my time in Northwest Arkansas and had the draw to come back here. You know, it's always a draw,
Mhm.
always a tug on your heart. And when it came open and the option was there, we took it.
What has been the town reaction when the announcement was made that you came back?
It's been all positive.
Yeah.
You know, they have, it's been all positive because we're from Danville.
Sure.
and a lot of the people in this town I probably either coached or know really well, or coached their kid in the year. So the familiarity of it is nice, and they know what to expect. You know, with me coming back, there's an expectation level of, you know, what is to be done, and they know that, and they're excited about it. I'm excited about it.
Well, Coach, I think that this is a great look into why you're back here, and you know, we're going to get to a little bit more here in our second part of our interview, which we'll have more announcements about that. We will have a second part of the interview here with Coach DJ Crane. We're going to talk about his upcoming season. We want to make sure that you're looking for that here on Facebook and on YouTube. We're going to wrap this one up and say thanks, Coach Crane, for interviewing with us, and we'll talk to you soon.